and welcome to my channel if you are new, and welcome back if you have visited before. My name is Angela. I am an herbalist, a craftswoman, and a small business owner. Thank you so much for being here. Today I wanted to share with you how I make my project bags. On this channel, I share two main series. One of them is What's on My Needles series, where I share mostly my personal projects, knitting, crochet, and sewing. And I made a deal with myself. I have promised myself that I will not cast on any new projects until I make my own project bags, because I was tired of all the plastic bags I was using. So I think I got to the point where I have mastered I got to the point where I know how I want my project bags to look, what I want my project bags to look like. Okay. And today I wanted to share with you that process. I hope you enjoy. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Thank you. So you can use two colors, one for the outside and one for the lining, or you can use just the same fabric for all. You will need 4 exact same pieces. And what I did, I first cut out the rectangle. This is 28 centimeters for 35 centimeters. And then I have cut out the bottom corners, which are 6 by 6 centimeters. Then you will lay down one of each with the right side in. And we're going to start with sewing the top on both. Now we're going to iron this edge that we have just sewn to the side and open up the seam. It doesn't really matter which way you lay down the seam. though, be consistent between the two pieces. You want the two pieces to be mirror image. So if on one side the seam is facing the lining, do the same on the other piece. Now we are going to lay the two pieces again with the outside facing each other. Match the seam. And we're going to sew from the bottom of the lining all the way, including the seam, and about the same width of the seam into the outside fabric. Then we're going to skip it out 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch. We'll leave a gap, open gap there, and then we're gonna sew all the way down to the bottom of the outside fabric.
Someone told me not to take a chance on love. Someone told me not to wait. It slumbers, but true as the sun shines warm on my face, you hold my heart in place. Press the warm against your neck and breathing you. When your hands caress my back, I sway with you.
Now this part can be a little tricky. We are going to iron the edge that we have just sewn open. Like if the gap that we have left right here was just a continuous seam. Hope that makes sense. And I didn't do a really good job to match this seam right there, but that's okay. Did much better job right here. And we can iron this side too. And now it will be hard to see. We are going to sew around this opening. On both sides. You do want to mark the bottom and the top of the opening so that you know where to start and where to stop. Be careful not to sew through the other side of the bag. Make sure you only have the one layer. Now we're going to sew the bottom of the bag, only the outside fabric. Now we are going to create the bottom of the bag. So where you have your cutout corners, you'll open it just like so and match the seam that is the bottom of the bag and the side of your bag together. And I like to lay one way and the other way. And again, you're going to match what you did here on the other corner. So if you lay your bottom seam to the right, you're going to do the same on the other side, and you are going to lay the outside seam to the left, just like so. Now we are going to do the same with the lining, but we are going to sew only a couple centimeters on each side and leave a big gap in the middle. Now through the opening that we have left at the bottom of our inside fabric or our lining, we can pull the entire bag the right side out. And just poke out the corners of the bottom. On both sides. And we're first going to sew the opening in our lining shot. Again, you might want to mark where your gap starts and where it ends, so you know how far you need to sew. And we are almost finished. Now you're going to feed the lining into the bag. And we are going to iron the top edge, leaving just a little bit more of the outside fabric overlapping the lining. And this is also where I can kind of fix the uneven edge on the top, so we'll stay on the inside. Now we're going to sew the top twice. We're going to sew about 1 centimeter from the edge and down here, which will be about 3 centimeters right there, and 1 centimeter. Oh, actually a little less than a centimeter, maybe 3/4 of a centimeters on top and 3 centimeters on the bottom. Okay, I didn't record this part, but I have sewn the top and the bottom, and now we can just feed the string through our openings.
you're going to cut 2 equal strands of cord, and then make a knot on one side. I'm going to use a safety pin right through the cord under the knot, and then we can feed it through our opening all the way around. Skipping the opening on the other side, coming all the way around to where we came from. So the same side we got in, we're gonna get out, and I usually just cut off the knot, because undoing the knot, it opens up the cord and it's not as neat. And then take the 2 ends, make a nice tight knot, and here you go, 1 string. I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. So just through the other opening. Here we go, and now we have cord on both sides.
Now I can add my next project straight into my bag. So much better than plastic. I'm very happy. You let me know if you try it. I would love to hear what you think. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I would be happy to help. And if you made it this far, consider subscribing to my channel and leave a comment if you have one. And if you would like to visit my website, I own a small vegan apothecary. And in my online store, you can find a lot of herbal goodies like skincare, tinctures, and salves. And until next time, I hope your life is filled with happiness. Bye.